After her divorce, she finally moved into her own house, a small but cozy place in a quiet neighborhood. It was supposed to be a fresh start, a new beginning, a place where she could finally be alone. But some things just refuse to be left behind. Some people refuse to let go. At first, it was just little things. A window unlocked when she swore she locked it. Her back door slightly ajar in the morning. Then she started finding notes. The first note: "You look so beautiful when you sleep." The second note: "I miss seeing you every day." The third note: "I never really stopped thinking about you." She felt her stomach twist when she read the last one. She called the police, but they dismissed it, said it was probably a prank. But she knew it was him, her ex-husband, Daniel. One night she heard a noise, a soft shuffling sound, coming from the basement. The thing is, she never used her basement. It was unfinished, cluttered with old furniture, a place she barely thought about. But she felt it, that heavy, suffocating feeling in her chest. She wasn't alone. Her heart pounded as she grabbed a kitchen knife and crept toward the door. The handle was slightly turned, as if someone had just been holding it. She forced myself to open the door. A cold draft hit her face. The stairs creaked under her weight as she descended into the darkness. And that's when she saw it. A sleeping bag, a half-eaten meal, her missing clothes. Someone had been living down here. She turned to run, but then she heard breathing, slow, steady, coming from the shadows. A figure stepped forward. Daniel. His face was pale, his eyes sunken. But that same familiar smirk was there. "I told you," he whispered, tilting his head. "I never left. I never stopped thinking about you," she screamed, bolting up the stairs. He lunged, grabbing her ankle. She kicked wildly, knocking him back. She ran into the kitchen, her hands shaking as she grabbed her phone. It wasn't there. Daniel's voice came from behind her. "I took that days ago, love. Just in case you ever thought about leaving me again." She froze. Tears blurred her vision. She had been watching her the entire time. She backed away, gripping the kitchen knife tighter. "Why are you doing this?" Her voice shook. He stepped forward, his lips curving into a slow grin. "Because we're meant to be together. Did you just forgot?" She ran, through the kitchen, down the hallway. She could hear him following, the sound of his bare feet padding against the wooden floor. She tried the front door, locked. The windows, screwed shut. Her breath came in short, shallow gasps. Then she remembered. The bathroom window. She sprinted down the hall, his footsteps close behind. She could feel him reaching for her. She threw myself into the bathroom, slamming the door shut just as his hand grazed her shoulder. Bang! The door shook as he slammed his fists against it. "You can't run from me, love, not forever." She frantically yanked open the window and climbed out, the rain soaking her clothes as she hit the ground outside. She didn't stop. She ran. Through the yard, through the street. Neighbors came. The police arrived within minutes. They found his hideout in the basement, security footage, recordings, even strands of her hair tied in little knots. He had been sneaking into her bedroom at night, standing over her, watching, waiting. They arrested him. The worst part. When they searched his pockets, they found another note, a final message he had written before the police arrived. "No matter where you go, I'll always be close." It's been weeks. She moved to a new town, a new house, a fresh start. But sometimes she wakes up in the middle of the night. The room feels too quiet. The air feels too still. And for a moment, she swears she hears breathing, a At this point, she remembers a famous quote she overheard from her mentor. "Sometimes the people you fear the most are the ones who once said they loved you." She is unsure about her privacy and safety. She never thought she'd see him again. Not after she left North Dakota. Not after she blocked his number, deleted their pictures, and buried the memories. College was supposed to be a fresh start. New York State University was her escape. A bustling campus, dorm life, friends, parties. She was just another freshman trying to blend in. But some things won't stay buried, and some people don't take goodbye as an answer. It started small, subtle things. First incident. She walked into her hostel room one evening. Her desk chair moved, her closet door slightly open. She told herself I was imagining it. Second incident. Her phone buzzed with a blocked number. She picked up. Silence. Then a whisper. "I miss you." Third incident. A note tucked under her room door. "Did you think I wouldn't find you?" Her blood ran cold. At first, she convinced herself it was paranoia. She hadn't seen him in a year. But then, she started seeing him. In the library, just a shadow between the bookshelves. Outside her dorm, a hooded figure leaning against a tree, unmoving. In the reflection of a cafe window, a familiar face watching her from across the street. It was Nathan, her ex, the guy she left 1,500 miles away, the guy who swore she'd regret it. One night, she walked back from a study session. The campus was empty, too quiet. Then she heard it. Footsteps, slow, measured, keeping pace with her. She sped up. So did they. She reached her dorm, fumbling with her key. A voice too close. "You're still beautiful, Emily." She turned. Nobody. Just an empty walkway and a cold wind. She reported it. The stalking, the calls, the notes. Campus security shrugged. "Ex-boyfriend drama?" Her roommate laughed. "You're overthinking it." Then her door latch was scratched, like someone had tried to pick it. Her laptop was logged into. Someone had typed into her search bar, "How long does it take to disappear?" And then, the worst moment of all. One night, her phone buzzed. A notification. Motion detected in her hostel room. She wasn't in her dorm. She ran, raced across campus, burst through her dorm door. Empty. But her bed was rumpled, like someone had been sitting there. And her closet door, slightly open. She reached for it, pulled it. Inside, something that sent ice through her veins. A North Dakota hoodie, and a Polaroid picture of her. She didn't have to call his name. She stepped out from the shadows of her room. Nathan, smiling. "You should have never left." She screamed. She lunged. Her roommate burst in. Security arrived. But Nathan? He vanished into the night. They never caught him. Weeks passed. She changed dorms, changed her number. But she still wake up sometimes to her phone buzzing. Blocked number, and a whisper on the other end. "I'll always find you. Some obsessions never die." Drifters or late-night travelers. But that night felt a little different. The air was thick, heavy, and probably dumpy. Even the usual radio static seemed off. Then the phone rang. Eric picked up. "Desert Valley Gas. Open all night." Silence. Then a voice, hoarse, barely a whisper. "You shouldn't be there." "What? Who is this?" The line went dead. Eric shook it off, assuming it was some drunk messing around. He went back to wiping the counter, checking the security cameras. Nothing but empty pumps and darkness. The phone rang again. He sighed, grabbing the receiver. Look, man, I don't have time for... You locked the door this time, Eric, right? The voice was raspier now, like someone who hadn't spoken in years. Eric's stomach dropped. He turned toward the entrance. The door was open. He was sure he had locked it. His pulse quickened. He grabbed the old shotgun kept under the counter. Who the hell is this? Static. Then, he's already inside. Eric's eyes darted to the security monitor. A figure stood in the back storage room. Heart pounding, he crept toward the storage room with the shotgun raised. The light flickered. Empty shelves, dust floating in the air. No one was there. Then, the storage room door slammed shut behind him. Eric banged on the door, but it wouldn't budge. The phone rang again. He hesitated, then answered. "What do you want?" The voice was different this time. Deeper. Hungrier. "You don't remember me?" Eric's mind raced. Then he saw it, carved into the wooden shelf inside the storage room. "Help me, Eric." Memories flooded back. 10 years ago, a gas station attendant went missing here. They never found the body. Eric had read about it as a kid. The air turned ice cold. The lights flickered again. And then, the storage door creaked open by itself. Eric stepped out, shotgun shaking in his hands. The store was pitch black now. The only light came from the security monitor. On the screen, the figure stood at the counter, staring into the camera. A second later, the power cut out. The last thing caught on the footage, Eric's own face, eyes wide in terror, before something yanked him into the darkness. The gas station was empty. The shotgun lay on the floor, unfired. The only sign of Eric was the receiver of the phone, dangling, swaying slightly, as if someone had just hung up. Then the front door creaked open on its own. A lone trucker pulled in, stepping out with weary eyes. He glanced around, frowning at the abandoned counter. "Hello?" he called. Silence. His gaze shifted to the security monitor still running behind the counter. There, in the grainy footage, he saw it. Eric, standing at the back storage room, his face eerily blank. His mouth opened as if to scream, but no sound came out. Then, behind Eric, the shadow moved. A shape, no, a presence, crawled from the darkness, its long, gnarled fingers curled around Eric's shoulders. Slowly, it turned his head toward the camera. The trucker's breath hitched, Eric's lips parted, and the static swallowed the screen whole. Then, the phone rang. The trucker's heart pounded as he reached for the receiver. A whisper slithered through the line. "You shouldn't be here."